Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into some seriously cool beauty stuff and wellness things? You sent over this article from Spavelous magazine, and wow, it got me thinking about all the ways we can level up our self-care.
It's so great to see this curiosity. And remember, this isn't about, feeling pressure
Yeah,
to try everything, right?
yeah.
It's about giving you the knowledge, really, so you can make those choices that feel good for you.
Exactly. And what really kind of grabbed me was how this article talks about spas becoming this fusion of beauty and health.
Hmm.
They're offering treatments that could change how we look and feel.
Right.
That's pretty major.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. We're seeing this shift to a much more holistic view of well-being,
Right.
recognizing that beauty isn't just skin deep, right?
Yeah.
It's about how we feel, mentally, physically, emotionally,
Okay.
and all of these treatments can have an impact on our confidence, energy levels, even our overall health.
Okay, so the article highlights 6 specific treatments that are making waves
Mm-hmm.
in the beauty and wellness world. Um, let's start with one that caught my eye. It's called microneedling.
Okay.
They call it a natural skin refresher,
Mm-hmm.
and it involves using tiny needles to boost collagen production.
Yeah.
So I'm picturing all these little pinpricks kind of stimulating the skin to regenerate.
Yeah, it
Is
is.
that basically?
Is. Yeah, those micro injuries, what they do is they trigger the skin's natural healing response.
Oh.
And that leads to increased collagen, increased elastin,
Wow.
and that's what helps reduce wrinkles and acne scars and even pore size.
So it's like tricking your skin
Yep,
into
yep.
thinking it needs to repair itself,
Yeah.
and then in the process, it gets all plump and glowy.
Exactly. And the cool thing is
Yeah.
that it can be tailored to your specific needs.
Oh, that's good.
So a skilled practitioner can adjust the needle depth and the treatment areas
Oh, wow.
or to really address your individual concerns.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of taking things to the next level, there's something called RF microneedling. They describe it as microneedling's powered-up cousin.
Mm.
So it combines microneedling with radio frequency energy.
Mhm.
Is this where it gets all sci-fi?
A little bit. The radio frequency energy adds heat to the process,
Oh.
which further stimulates collagen and elastin, and it also helps to tighten the skin, which
Wow.
makes it really effective for sagging or loose skin.
So you're getting the collagen boost from the needles and then this extra tightening
Yeah,
from the radio frequency.
precisely. And what's really cool is that this combination seems to produce more dramatic and longer lasting results
Wow.
than traditional microneedling.
Right.
Plus, many spas now use cooling technology during RF microneedling,
Oh, that's nice.
which makes it, much more comfortable of an experience.
Yeah, I was going to say comfort's definitely a priority when you're talking about needles and heat.
Right.
Okay, now let's move on to a topic I know a lot of people have strong feelings about.
Yeah.
Injectables.
This article actually had a really interesting perspective on it.
It did, yeah. The key takeaway here is that modern injectables, when they're done well, are about subtle enhancements.
Yeah,
It's not about erasing every line
Yeah.
or changing your whole face. It's more about restoring a youthful appearance
Yeah.
or addressing specific concerns.
I think what sometimes puts people off is when you see those extreme examples where people just look frozen
Right.
or unnatural.
Absolutely. That's why finding a skilled and experienced injector is crucial.
So it's not just about going to any med spa or clinic that's offering it. It's about finding someone who really gets it.
Yeah, a thorough consultation is key.
Okay.
The injector should assess your facial structure, discuss your concerns, and create a personalized treatment plan.
Okay.
They should also be transparent about, the different types of injectables like Botox and fillers and which ones are best suited for you. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. The next treatment in the article is something called personalized skin wellness, which sounds really intriguing.
Yeah.
They talk about creating a spa experience that's totally tailored
It is.
to your needs.
It's where you see the holistic approach really shining through.
Right.
It's not just about one size fits all facial anymore. They're
Right.
combining advanced skincare techniques
Yeah.
with nutritional guidance and IV therapy and even things like detoxifying body wraps.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
A total mind-body makeover.
Exactly. It's about recognizing our skin reflects our overall health.
Totally.
So by addressing things like stress, our diet, lifestyle factors, you can see even more dramatic improvement.
The article mentions some specific treatments, things like Aquaferm lipo shots and B12 shots. What can you tell us about those?
Sure. So Aquafirm is a type of facial that
Yeah.
uses a combination of cleansing, exfoliation, and hydration to deeply cleanse and rejuvenate the skin. Liposhots, on the other hand, are injections that are said to target stubborn fat deposits.
Interesting.
And B12 shots are often used to boost energy levels and improve metabolism.
So we're going beyond skincare at this point
Right.
into more targeted treatments
Mhm.
that address certain concerns.
Right. And it's important to note that not all of these treatments are created equal. Some have more scientific evidence to support their efficacy than others.
Right.
So doing your research and consulting with qualified professionals is crucial.
Okay, now let's get into a topic that I know a lot of people are curious about. Weight loss and fat-dissolving injections. I've heard a lot about these lately. It seems like they're being marketed as non-surgical alternatives to liposuction.
You're right.
Yeah.
These treatments have definitely gained popularity.
Yeah?
They typically involve injecting a solution that's meant to break down fat cells, which are then naturally eliminated by the body.
It sounds almost too good to be true,
Right.
but I'm sure there's some caveats.
Of course, it's important to approach these treatments with realistic expectations.
Right.
They're not a magic bullet for weight loss. They can be effective for targeting small, localized areas of fat,
Okay.
but they're not a replacement for a healthy diet and exercise.
So it's more about contouring.
Exactly.
Not like a quick fix for overall weight loss.
Exactly. And again, a thorough consultation with a qualified provider is essential.
Yeah.
They can assess, if you're a good candidate, discuss potential risks and benefits, and really help you determine if these treatments are right for you.
That makes sense. Okay. Last but not least, the article talks about B12 and glutathione injections. I'm kind of interested in these because it seems like they bridge the gap between beauty and overall wellness.
Yeah, they do. So B12 injections are known to boost energy levels,
Yeah.
which, can have a really positive impact on our well-being.
Right.
Glutathione is a powerful antioxidant that
Yeah.
helps protect our cells from damage, and it's thought to have skin brightening benefits as well.
So it's like a double dose of goodness,
Exactly.
boosting your health and then potentially enhancing your appearance too.
Exactly. But as with any treatment, it's important to consult with a healthcare professional
All right.
to figure out, the dosage and make sure that these injections are safe for you.
It sounds like that's a recurring theme here.
Yes.
Always consult with a qualified professional before jumping into any of these treatments.
Absolutely. It's about making informed decisions and feeling empowered to take control of your health and beauty.
I love that. Now, I know you probably have a ton of questions swirling around in your head right now
Right.
about how to choose the right treatment and safety and recovery time
Yeah.
and all that good stuff. Don't worry. The article has a handy top questions answered section.
It's
And we're going to dive into that right after.
Hold on, we're not taking a break just yet.
Okay.
Let's keep this momentum going.
Right.
Why don't we jump into those questions now?
Even better. Okay, so first question. How do I choose the right treatment for me?
There. I mean, there are so many.
You're not wrong. It's a beauty buffet out there, and it can be so overwhelming.
Yeah.
That's why that initial consultation with a qualified professional is so important.
Okay.
They can help you navigate the options, create a plan that aligns with your individual needs and goals.
So it's not about DIYing this?
Definitely not think about it like going to the doctor.
Right.
You wouldn't self-diagnose and prescribe your own medication.
Yeah.
Same principle applies here.
Yeah.
You want an expert to assess the situation, provide recommendations,
Yeah.
and really ensure your safety.
Okay. That makes sense. Now let's talk about safety, which I'm sure is top of mind for anyone considering this.
Of course.
What does the article say about that?
Well, the article emphasizes that these treatments are generally safe
Okay.
when performed by experienced and certified professionals
Okay.
using high-quality equipment.
Right.
So you want to research providers.
Yeah.
Ask about their experience.
Yeah. Inquire about the technology they use.
Yeah.
And even ask to see before and after photos
Oh, that's a good idea.
to really feel confident in your choice.
So it's really about doing your homework
Mm-hmm.
like you would with any medical or aesthetic procedure.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to ask questions and advocate for yourself.
Now, what about recovery time? Some of these treatments sound pretty intense.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about the downtime involved.
Well, the article explains that recovery times can vary depending on the treatment. For example, with microneedling and RF microneedling, you might experience some redness and swelling for a day or two.
Got it.
But with injectables,
Yeah.
most people can return to their normal routines immediately.
Okay, so it's good to factor that in,
Right.
especially if you have a busy schedule
Exactly.
or, events coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Now the million-dollar question, How long do the results last?
Right, that's
Yeah.
the question everyone wants answered.
I-
So the article indicates that the longevity of results, again, depends on the treatment
Okay.
and individual factors.
Yeah.
Microneedling results can last for several months, especially with regular maintenance sessions.
Okay.
Injectables tend to last anywhere from 6 to 12 months.
Wow.
And for wellness treatments,
Yeah.
the longevity varies greatly depending on, individual factors and lifestyle choices.
So it's not always like a one and done situation for some of these treatments.
Yeah, you might need maintenance
You'll probably want to have maintenance.
to keep up the
Yeah,
result.
we'll keep it up. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's important to have realistic expectations.
Right.
These treatments can provide amazing results, but they're not permanent solutions.
Okay, last question from the article. Are these treatments suitable for all skin types?
Okay.
I imagine different skin tones and sensitivities might react differently.
You're absolutely right. The article addresses this directly and states that most of these advanced treatments are designed to be effective for a wide range of skin types.
Okay.
RF microneedling, for instance, is generally considered safe for all skin tones,
Right.
but they stress the importance of that initial consultation to
Right.
make sure that the treatment is tailored to your skin's unique needs.
So it's back to that personalized approach.
Yeah.
It's all about understanding your individual skin
Exactly.
and choosing treatments that are right for you.
Precisely. And remember, this information is just a starting point.
Right.
We encourage you to do your own research and, most importantly, consult with qualified professionals before making any decisions about these treatments.
Well said. This deep dive has been fascinating so far, and I'm honestly feeling super inspired to explore these treatments even further.
Good.
It's amazing how modern spas are blending beauty and wellness to offer this holistic approach to self-care.
It is a really exciting time to be interested in this field.
Yeah.
And I think what's most important is approaching these treatments with a sense of curiosity, informed decision-making,
Right.
and realistic expectations.
Yeah.
It's about enhancing your natural beauty
Right.
and feeling your best from the inside out.
Okay, so we've covered the basics, talked about the different treatments,
Right.
addressed those key questions.
Yeah.
But now I'm really curious. What stood out to you in this article? Was there anything that surprised you or made you go, I didn't know that?
Yeah. What really struck me was how this article really highlighted the increasing sophistication of these treatments. It's not just about masking imperfections anymore. It's
Right.
about working with the skin's natural processes
Right.
to achieve lasting results.
Like with microneedling.
Exactly.
It's fascinating that we can harness our body's own healing
Yeah.
mechanisms to rejuvenate our skin.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people don't realize their skin has that much power.
Absolutely. And the personalized approach that the article emphasizes.
That's really exciting. It speaks to this growing awareness that we're all unique.
Yeah.
And what works for one person might not work for another.
Yeah, the whole personalized skin wellness section really got me thinking. I love the idea of going beyond facials.
Yeah.
You're getting a treatment plan
Right.
that addresses all aspects of my well-being.
Right.
But is it really as effective as they make it sound? Is there actual science behind it, or is it just a clever marketing ploy?
Well, there's definitely a science to it.
Okay.
Take, for example, the link between gut health and skin health.
Right.
We're learning more and more about how the bacteria in our gut
Oh, wow.
can impact everything from inflammation to collagen production.
Interesting.
So a personalized plan that includes dietary recommendations or supplements
Oh,
that
yes.
support gut health could absolutely have a positive impact on the skin.
Wow, that's so interesting. It's like we're finally understanding how interconnected everything is.
Totally.
It's not just what we put on our skin.
Yeah.
It's about what we put in our bodies. Exactly. And then you have treatments like IV therapy, which can deliver nutrients and hydration directly into the bloodstream,
Right.
potentially giving the skin a boost from within.
Okay, I'm sold.
Yeah.
I need to find a spa that offers this level of personalization.
Right.
But speaking of spas, I'm also thinking about those B12 and glutathione injections. Are those typically offered in spas?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It really varies.
Okay.
Some spas might offer those injections as part of their wellness menu, especially if they have a medical director on staff.
Okay.
But you might also find those treatments offered at wellness clinics or even some doctor's offices.
Got it. So it's worth doing some research to find a provider who offers the specific treatments.
Exactly.
In a-
And speaking of research,
Yeah.
I think it's important to address something that wasn't explicitly mentioned in the article.
Okay.
The importance of due diligence.
Oh, good point. Not all treatments are created equal.
Right.
And not all providers are equally qualified. Exactly.
What are some red flags that listeners should look out for when choosing a spa or clinic?
That's a really important question.
Yeah.
So first and foremost,
Mm-hmm.
look for providers who are licensed,
Okay.
certified,
Yeah.
and experienced
Got it.
in the specific treatments that they offer.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to ask about their credentials and training.
So basically, don't be shy about asking questions.
Exactly. It's your health and well-being on the line.
Right.
You have every right to be informed.
Okay.
Also pay attention to the overall cleanliness and
Yeah.
professionalism of the facility
Right.
and
Right.
read reviews from other clients
That's a good idea.
to get a sense of their experience.
Those are all really excellent tips.
Yep.
It's so important to feel confident and comfortable
Mm-hmm.
with the provider you choose.
Absolutely. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that the article touched on but didn't really delve into too deeply.
Yeah.
The potential downsides or risks associated with some of these treatments.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's important to acknowledge that there are always potential risks
Right.
with any medical or aesthetic procedure.
Of course.
So what are some things listeners should be aware of?
Well, even seemingly simple treatments like microneedling
Right.
can have side effects like redness,
Right.
swelling,
Right.
and even infection if not performed properly.
So it really reinforces the importance of finding a qualified and experienced practitioner.
Absolutely. And when it comes to injectables, there's always a risk of bruising, swelling, or asymmetry.
Right.
In rare cases, more serious complications can occur.
Oh.
So it's crucial to choose an injector who has a deep understanding of facial anatomy and injection techniques.
So it's about weighing the potential benefits
Right.
against the potential risks and making sure you're comfortable with both.
Exactly. And remember, these treatments aren't for everyone.
Right.
It's perfectly fine to decide that they're not right for you.
Totally.
There's so many other ways to take care of your skin and enhance your natural beauty.
It's so true. Okay, so we've talked about the importance of research, finding qualified providers,
Right.
being aware of potential risks.
Yeah.
But I'm also curious about the financial aspect of all this.
Yeah.
Some of these treatments sound pretty pricey.
You're not wrong. These treatments can definitely be an investment.
Yeah.
The cost can vary widely depending on the type of treatment,
Right.
the provider's experience, and even the geographic location.
So it's not exactly a budget-friendly approach to self-care.
Well, it depends on your priorities and budget.
Right.
Some people might choose to splurge on one or two key treatments,
Yeah.
while others might opt for more affordable options or space out their treatments over time.
That makes sense. It's about finding what works for you financially.
Exactly. And remember, self-care isn't just about expensive treatments.
Right.
It's about prioritizing your well-being in a way that feels sustainable and enjoyable for you.
I love that perspective. It's about finding that balance between investing in yourself and not breaking the bank.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned earlier that you were really intrigued by the personalized skin wellness concept.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that now.
Yeah.
That we've, delved a bit deeper into this world.
I'm even more fascinated by it now.
Okay.
The idea of getting a treatment plan that's tailored to my needs and my goals is so appealing.
Yeah.
But I also recognize it requires a level of commitment, both financially and in terms of lifestyle changes.
You're hitting on a really important point.
Yeah.
It's not just about showing up for appointments.
Yeah.
It's about embracing a holistic approach to well-being.
Right.
And making choices that support your skin and overall health in the long run.
It's about that mind-body connection that we talked about earlier.
It's about recognizing that our skin is a reflection of our inner health.
Right.
And making choices that nurture both.
Well, this deep dive has definitely given me a lot to think about. It's amazing how much the world of beauty and wellness has evolved.
It has.
There's so many exciting possibilities out there.
It is an exciting time, and I think what's most important is approaching these treatments with a sense of curiosity,
Right.
informed decision-making, and a willingness to embrace the journey.
Well said. Now, as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listener with a final thought that wasn't explicitly mentioned in the article, but has been swirling in my mind throughout this conversation.
All right.
It strikes me that this whole exploration of aesthetic and wellness treatments, it really speaks to a shift in how we view aging.
Right.
It's not about desperately trying to cling to youth anymore.
Yeah.
It's more about embracing the journey
I agree.
and taking proactive steps to look and feel our best at every age.
That's a really insightful observation.
Yeah.
I think there's a growing movement toward,
Yeah.
aging gracefully and authentically.
All
It's
right.
not about erasing every line or wrinkle. It's about enhancing our natural features and feeling, confident and vibrant in our own skin.
Exactly. And I think these treatments can be a part of that.
Right.
It's not about denying the aging process.
Mhm.
It's about taking control of it
Right.
and making choices that support our well-being inside and out.
Absolutely. And it's important to remember that true beauty goes beyond physical appearance.
Right.
It's about radiating confidence, self-love, and a sense of vitality.
I love that. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you hope our listener walks away with today?
I hope they feel empowered to explore this world of beauty and wellness with a sense of, curiosity and informed decision-making.
Mm-hmm.
This deep dive has given them a foundation of knowledge,
Yeah.
but the journey doesn't end here.
Right. It's about continuing to research, asking questions, finding those qualified professionals
Yeah,
who can guide them on their personal path.
exactly. And I hope they remember that self-care is a journey, not a destination.
Right.
It's about making choices that feel good. Yeah.
For their mind, body, and soul.
Beautifully said. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into the fascinating world of aesthetic and wellness treatments.
Right.
Remember, knowledge is power.
It is.
And you are now equipped to navigate this exciting and ever-evolving landscape.
You are.
Thanks for joining us. I think this whole conversation, it makes me realize that maybe it's time to, rethink my approach to skincare. I've always been kind of like a minimalist, but now I'm like, wait a minute, there's this whole world of possibilities out there.
Right.
Maybe I should be, stepping it up a bit.
Well, and I think that's what's so great about this article, right?
Yeah.
It exposes us to things that maybe we didn't even know existed. And it gives us permission to, explore and experiment.
Totally. And, it's funny because I used to think that going to a spa was like this huge indulgence.
Yeah.
But now I'm seeing it more as an investment, that
Absolutely.
an investment in my health, my well-being.
Big self.
Yeah.
Prioritizing yourself.
Right.
And I think, for a long time, we as women especially,
Right.
we've been told to put ourselves last.
Yeah.
Take care of everyone else first.
Right. Put yourself on the back burner.
Exactly. And this is a way to say, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I deserve this.
Totally. I'm worth it.
I'm worth investing in.
Yeah. And what I love is that it's not just about vanity.
No.
It's about feeling good.
Yeah.
About feeling confident. About feeling healthy.
And feeling empowered. Right.
Yes.
You're taking control of your own well-being.
Exactly. And you know what? I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I agree.
So thank you everyone for joining us on this depth dive. And remember, you are beautiful, you are worthy, and you deserve to feel your absolute best.
Cheers to that.